In this session, we are going to talk about reading module. Reading module has different types of questions which are divided into 3 different passages. These 3 passages are to be completed in 1 hour. And as you move on to the next passage, the difficulty level also increases. So for example, if you have 3 passages, you need to devote not more than 20 minutes on each passage. However, some students have issues with their speed, whereas other students have issues with their understanding or focus. Well, if you have any one of these issues, you have to adopt one of the 2 strategies that I'm going to talk about. Well, the first type strategy is if you have 3 passages, you can attempt first 2 passages by giving it more time as compared to the last passage. So on first 2 passages, devote 40 to 45 minutes on 27 questions, and out of those 27 questions, at least 23 questions should be right so that you can get at least band 6. And the last passage, sometimes during the exam conditions, students get panic, they get nervous, that they don't get time to think, they get blank, and they are unable to understand the passages. Well, in this situation, you can go for educated or a random guess because we have already most of the answers right in the first and the second passage. So don't worry about the last passage because we can go for random guess and get at least 3, 4, or even 5 out of all the questions right. The second strategy is if you are good with your speed, then you can devote 30 minutes to the first 2 passages, and you should have at least 30 minutes for the last passage because the difficulty level is high. So in the first 2 passages, again, in 30 minutes, you have to score at least 23 out of 27 questions right. So the second strategy is good for students who have good speed and at the same time good understanding. Whereas the first strategy is good for students who have good understanding, but they lack speed. So in the next module, we are going to talk about different types of questions in the reading module.